Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Titans Creed and welcome to a primer on the pet battle system in World of Warcraft. Now, the pet battle system was brought in to World of Warcraft with Mists of Pandaria, the latest World of Warcraft expansion, and it overall works a lot like Pokemon, which is part of its appeal for a lot of players, especially when it was first previewed back at the BlizzCon, and as a result has affectionately earned the title from quite a few players of PokeWow. Like Pokemon, most battle pets are broken into group types, or families. These families are broken down into 10 groups, each with one strength and one weakness against another family. But each family also has a unique passive ability specific to its family type. Again, like Pokemon, these strengths and weaknesses apply directly to attack moves against opposing family types. The first of these family types is Aquatic. Now, Aquatic has the passive ability of where the duration of any damage over time effects on the pet family is reduced. Now, there are some moves in the pet battle system which will leave like a damage over time effect, like poisons and other various bits and pieces, and basically it will just reduce the time that those affect your creature in general, or the opposing creature in general. Now, aquatic pets are resistant to any undead attacks that are made against them, and aquatic moves are strong against elemental family types. Now, the second pet family is elemental, and any elemental type battle pet will ignore any active weather effects placed into effect by any player. Now, like in Pokemon, there are many weather moves that can be put into the game which have various different abilities, and basically any elemental will ignore any of the passive abilities that these weather effects bring into play. Now, elemental pets are resistant to any mechanical attacks made against them, but elemental attacks are strong against the mechanical family type. Now, the next pet family is mechanical, and they have the unique ability of once a mechanical pet is defeated, it will come back to life, but just the once during the battle, so it won't keep resurrecting. It doesn't matter if you'll swap it back out and back in, it'll only come back to life once, and it will return to the field with 25% of its maximum health. Now, mechanical pets are resilient against any magic type attacks, but mechanical attacks are strong against the beast family type. Now, beast family types, which is the next one we're going to talk about, is they have another unique ability, which is whenever a beast battle pet is taken below 50% health, then that pet will deal an extra 25% damage, which is quite strong, especially if you've got the ability to hold out for quite a while. Now, beast attacks are strong against Krita family types, but they're also resilient against humanoid attacks. Now, the Krita family, they have a really strong ability, and that is that they're able to break out of any and all crowd control effects that are placed upon them. And there are quite a few abilities which have stun effects, and that means that their passive ability will break them out of that completely, meaning that you're not going to be stunned for a round, which is really strong. Now, Krita type attacks are really super effective against undead family types, and elemental attacks are weak against the Krita family. Now, undead family pets, like mechanical ones, when they're defeated they return to the field for one round after being defeated, but they will return with minimum health, but they become immune for that entire turn against any and all moves done against them, but they will immediately be knocked out after that round of immunity, and you'll then lose that pet. Now, undead type attack moves are effective against the humanoid type pets, and they're very resilient against Dragonkin type moves. So that brings us to the next family type, which is humanoid, and humanoid have a really super strong passive ability, and that is whenever a humanoid family type pet lands a damaging move, they will recover 4% of their maximum health. Now, this means that they could use damage over time effects, and then that you could move them, say, to the back row and switch them out with another pet, and they'll still recover health while while the effect is dealing damage. So there is quite a few bits and pieces that can really make a humanoid pet strong. Now, humanoid attacks are really effective against the Dragonkin family pets, and the humanoid pets are resilient against Krita type attacks. So that brings us to the next family type, which is Dragonkin. And Dragonkin is, again, one of my personal favourites. And it's whenever a Dragonkin family pet deals damage that reduces the opponent below 25% health, it will deal 40% additional damage on the next round, which is really strong because it basically means if you come across multi-attack pets and you manage to kill it when taking it below 25%, you'll have a whole round where you'll deal the extra damage against the next pet that comes in against you. And Dragonkin attack moves are super effective against magic type pets, and the Dragonkin pets are resilient against flying type moves. The next family we're going to talk about is going to be the magic family type, and they have another unique ability where a magic pet cannot be dealt more than 50% of its maximum health in one attack. And there are quite a few moves that take this and do a lot of damage like that, and they're more or less restricted to the multi-turn moves. And magic type moves are super effective against the flying type pets, but magic pets are resilient against the mechanical movesets. Now, that brings us on to the final family type, which is flying. Now, flying type pets have an additional 50% speed while their health is above 50%. So, more or less, any flying types will generally be going first due to the amount of speed that they can bring. And flying type moves are effective against the aquatic type family, and flying type pets are resilient against the Dragonkin move types. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about in this pet battle primer will be about how you catch pets. Because, like Pokemon, there is a variety of battle pets that you can catch in the wild. Some you can buy, but the majority you'll find that will build out your roster will be the wild pets. And they'll vary in level depending on the zone you can catch them in. So it's quite interesting. It's not exactly so you can do it at their level, but you'll find that you'll want your team to be around the varying level as the pets in the zone you're in when you're leveling, and you catch wild pets that way as well. Now, when it comes to catching the pets out in the wild, there are three types of trap. There's a weak trap, which is generally just known in the game as just trap. There's a strong trap and a pristine trap. Now, these can only be used when the target pet you're fighting against is below 35% health. The difference that happens between these three traps is the increased chance to capture when your trap originally fails. Now, a weak trap will gain an additional 20% after you fail to capture. A strong trap gains an additional 25% chance to capture, and a pristine trap grants an additional 30% chance, meaning that with a higher trap you will have a better chance to catch pets sooner rather than later. So especially if you're down to that last pet on your battle row out of 3 and you're being worn down while you've been unable to capture. So you go for a 1 in 5 chance extra to 1 in 4, and then just about 1 in 3. But unfortunately the traps are locked behind some achievements in the game. Now, the first, which gives you the weak trap, is gated behind the starter set of quests that teach you how to do your pet battles, so you'll get that quite quickly. And the strong trap is only available once you've caught 50 pets of any difficulty variety, so the weak, the common, the uncommon, or the rare pet. Now, you can catch 50 of any of those varieties and you'll unlock the strong trap to use, and it automatically replaces the weak trap, the original trap, so you've got no need to worry about that. But the pristine trap, the better trap, is only available only after you've leveled 30 pets to level 25. So you're not going to be looking at a pristine trap until you've realistically got your pets to that max level. Now, I must stress that you need to level to 25. You cannot catch pets at level 25 and then go towards its achievement. But that has been the primer on pet battles in the World of Warcraft. I hope you've enjoyed this little educational session, and I hope to bring you more pet battles soon. So until then, enjoy pet battling. Ciao!